to make supper tonight in our brand new cast iron. I've been cooking with it a lot, and as you can see, I've got some little spots. Guys, I'm pampered, not perfect, right? And so anyway, that is no problem. I was really fearful of cast iron because of problems like that, but you can scour that out and then put some oil back on it and it is good as new. I mean, these things are indestructible. What I love about our cast iron is that you have two handles and you don't have a long handle, so taking it in and out of the oven, or if you're making cornbread or whatever, you've got the two handles, so it stabilizes it and makes it so much easier for me, I know, to cook with it. So anyway, tonight we are making some stovetop mac and cheese, and I love some mac and cheese. Takes me back to when I used to make Kraft mac and cheese out of the box, and this one is going to be really creamy and really good. I know my mom, she always made hot dogs and mac and cheese, and so we're just going to kind of upgrade it a little bit and combine it all together. So we're going to be I'm going to be using some smoked sausage, and I've got this preheated. Okay, it's very important to go ahead and get this preheated, and I'm going to add in about 3 tablespoons of oil. Okay, yeah, it is screaming hot. I've got it on medium, which that's where I kind of really like it. I might turn it down a smidge because mine gets really hot. Okay, now I'm just going to add these right in. And give those just a little zhuzh. Okay, now, while those are cooking and doing their thing, I'm going to come over here to my boiling pot of water. And I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of salt. That may seem like a ton of salt, but believe me, it's not. It just seasons the water and makes it easier or seasons the macaroni. So anyway, 3 cups of macaroni, elbow macaroni goes in, and we'll close it. And guys, I absolutely love this pot with the strainer. I don't have to worry about taking this big old pot over to the sink and pouring out water. It's perfect. I can just lift this up right where it is, and it's just wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to come right back over here and just stir these. I want a good sear on them, okay? And you don't have to worry about getting every single one of them flipped over and doing all that. Just enough to get them all good and brown and crisp and all that good stuff. So while that's going, I went ahead before and I shredded our cheese. Now, I love doing this as opposed to buying shredded cheese. Look how fluffy and yummy and gooey this is. Now, it sticks together, and you know, if you notice, like the store-bought pre-shredded cheese doesn't stick together, but the thing that they put in the pre-shredded cheese to make it not stick together is what keeps it from melting really good while you're cooking and getting that creaminess. So I've got some panko breadcrumbs, and I'm going to add in some of this cheese in there, and that's going to kind of be like the topping of it, okay? What I love about our graters, there's a microplane grater, and that's what I used for the Parmesan cheese, and then a coarse grate for the cheddar cheese. You guys, they're super sharp. They have these guards that you can use, and it really does go through so simple and easy and quick. It's not difficult to do. Whenever you buy blocks of cheese as opposed to shredded cheese, it's a lot less expensive, and so you're really kind of saving money in the long run. by getting these and just shredding it yourself. It doesn't take long. I'll have my kids do it for me, and then you always get just like a little sliver left over, and that's just like bonus for me. I love it. Okay, so we have kind of our sausage pretty good and seared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it go for just a little bit longer, and then we're going to take it out. Now this oil that's in the bottom is really, really good because that's what we're going to use to make our roux. And that's just a fancy word. You use it before you make gravy or anything. It just thickens, it's a thickening agent, okay? So let's go ahead and take these out. I think they're good. I will save these for later. This is such a comforting dish. I love it. And it's so easy to make on a weeknight. You can throw it together. That's going to be hot. You can throw it together. It's kind of an all-in-one dish. And the kids always love it. Okay, now we're going to put in a 1/4 cup of flour. And this is when we're making our roux. And we're just going to whisk this around. It's going to get all that flavor from the smoked sausage, all the little bits in the bottom. And really what we're doing right now is just cooking the flour. So you don't have a strong flour taste. It's just kind of taking on the taste of the smoked sausage and what's in there. And you can see the little brown flecks of the bits that are coming off the bottom of the pan. You want to do that just about an hour. A minute. Okay. Now you see it's kind of got like a very, very light brown color. That's what we want. That means that the flour is nice and toasted. And you can kind of smell the flour. It's a toasted smell. Okay, so we've got 2 cups of milk that we're adding in. And a 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. Okay? And I'm going to stir this just a bit to incorporate it all. And oh goodness, I forgot the cream cheese. Give me just a second. My husband went and got some cream cheese for me. And he got the whipped kind, but I think it'll be perfect. Let's see here. So we need, how much is this? I need a spoon. Here we go. You need about 2 ounces or so. And this is going to add to the creaminess of the, that might be more than 2 ounces, but anyway. So we want to stir this and get all the little lumps out and melt that cream cheese in there. And then there's one more thing. It's kind of like my secret ingredient. Well, actually Pampered Chef's secret ingredient. It is the Dijon Mustard rub, okay? And it's going to give it just a little tang, something that whenever somebody tastes it, they're going to say, what is that? So it's not like a heavy mustardy smell. It's just, or taste. It's just enough to give it something. So we're going to let this all incorporate together and thicken up. Oh guys, this is going to be so good. There we go. Get those lumps kind of out. And see it thickening up? So good. Okay, we're about to where we're going to need to add all the cheese. Yeah, see how thick? Okay. So I'm going to work in batches, okay, to get all this cheese in. I love the sturdiness of a cast iron. It's pretty much indestructible. Okay, I'm going to turn this down a little bit now. And I'm going to get our cheese. Okay, so I'm going to take that and then just add it in little by little. And I mean, if you're looking at this and you're thinking, oh my goodness, that is so thick, and you're going to add that cheese, don't worry. We're going to use some of the reserved cooking liquid from the pot. So yeah, there always comes a point to where you think, oh my goodness, this is too goopy. That's too clunky. It's not creamy. But don't worry about it. We're going to add in some reserved cooking liquid, and it's going to be perfect. It'll thin it out and make it so silky and smooth and just very, very yummy. Now, you want to cook your macaroni, just follow the directions that's on the box, but you want to cook it just a minute less than what it says on the box, because we want a little bite to it, because it'll soak up all this liquid and gooiness. Okay, so that is good and incorporated. And now I think we may be able to use put our macaroni in. Let me see here. Oh yeah, that's perfectly cooked. Looks wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna add it just directly into the pot. I can turn that off. I like to have some little handy dandy things. And don't worry about draining all of that out, because that'll just go to thinning this out. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. And see how easy that pot is? It's so wonderful. Now you're gonna need a half a cup of this starchy liquid here. And I know that this is right at half a cup, because that is what this ladle measures. Isn't that handy? So we have that. And I'm just going to incorporate all of this yummy goodness. And as this all incorporates, it's going to get so creamy and gooey. Oh my goodness, this makes my mouth water. Kraft doesn't have anything on this. Yummy. Okay, and you see how silky it is now and creamy? It's not all clumpy. Now we're going to add in our smoked sausage. And then I'm going to add in some peas. Okay, it's a well-balanced meal right here. Add in 2 cups of frozen peas. All right, let's incorporate all this. Yummy goodness. And guys, this will feed an army. And I made it in what? Less than 30 minutes. This is such an easy weeknight dinner that really, I mean, you've got your pasta pot, but the bulk of it is made just in one pot. And this pot is super easy to clean up. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And then I'm gonna take my little breadcrumbs. And now you've seen a lot of recipes where they put this in the oven and bake for 20 or 30 minutes, but then it gets really thick and not as creamy as I like it, because I want it like the Kraft, you know, that you get. And so we're just going to stick it under the broiler and let these panko breadcrumbs and mozzarella brown up, and then it's time to eat. We only do this for 1 to 2 minutes. That's it. And then it's time to eat. Pull this out. Turn that off. Go straight in there. For just a couple minutes. You really, really want to watch it. And then you'll have your meal.